Hello guys, this is part 2 of my fragrance collection. I'm so excited to share part 2.
So we're moving on to the top table now?
Yes, so now we're moving on to the top table. Oh my god. Not stronger with you, absolutely. This is like an amazing scent. This smells just so good. I would say it's a really dark scent, but it's sweet. Oh my god, this takes me back when you smell it. It just it's a really good scent. If you guys love if you want a really solid winter scent, I would say go for this one.
What does it what does it remind you of?
It just reminds you of I would say maple syrup, because it's so sweet. And also fireworks. Fireworks also I would say a fire in a cabin or something like that kind of vibe. That's what I get from it. And this one, this is Banana Republic Cypress Cedar. So this is gonna be a really when you spray this on, it gives you a really earth forward scent, I would say. So it gives you a really good pine. Yeah, so I'm just giving it a smell to remind me what it kind of smells like. I would say it smells like a forest, like a tree. So I would say this is a green scent.
Mother Nature.
So yeah. So if you guys love your green scents, I would say go for this one. Yeah, this tiny one, I think it's a 30 milliliters. Oh, it's 40 milliliters. Wow. This surprised me again. 40 milliliters in such a small bottle. So this is Hugo Boss Man, if I'm not mistaken. This is I think the most this is the original. So this is what started the whole green apple craze by Hugo Boss inspired. So all of their fragrances usually have a green apple accord. So this kind of started the whole green apple craze that Hugo Boss is now respected for. So Hugo Boss is known for really solid green apple scents. And oh my god, Acqua di Gio, Giorgio Armani Profondo. Oh my god, this I don't think it has a magnetic cap, but it has a really solid atomizer. It just smells amazing. I'm just gonna do a little spray. You can see the atomizer.
Oh, finally your room smells good now.
It smells amazing. So this one...
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
This one is a marine scent. It takes the Acqua di Gio DNA. The Acqua di Gio DNA is kind of citrusy, woodsy, and kind of more... I would say it's an office scent. That's what also Acqua di Gio kind of gives me. That's the vibe I kind of get, a really safe office scent. But you can also wear this casually as I would say a signature scent as well. So if you're looking for a signature scent, this is a really good choice. Now this one. This isn't a Creed Aventus, but it is by Creed, the company that's behind Creed Aventus. So this one is called Creed Aberdeen Lavender. So this is a lavender fragrance. It's a really solid lavender fragrance. If you guys love floral scents, this is the best one, and it lasts a long time because it's a Creed fragrance. So Creed fragrances last a long time, and they're they're luxury oriented fragrances. And this one wasn't extremely cheap. It was actually pretty expensive. I would say it was like around $180, but it's worth it for a Creed fragrance. That's a bargain, because Creed fragrances usually go for like $400 with their markup.
Oh.
This one is Issey Miyake Nuti Issey Noir Argent. This one is a really unique scent because this kind of smells like cola. So if you guys know like a cola smell, like that effervescence, like that fizziness and that sugary scent that comes from pop, you'll love this fragrance because it'll remind you right of that.
You'll be smelling like pop.
Yeah. Basically, I wouldn't say you would be smelling like it, but you can pick that up really prevalently, like it's a really prominent scent in this one. So like a cola scent. Like quietly. This one, I would say in today's time, this is Davidoff Wallet. I believe this was a fragrance back in like the 1990s, easily. So it's a really old fragrance, I would say. I just got it for nostalgic purposes. If you talk about performance is really weak with this one. So it's not a really good performer. But I just got it for the nostalgic value of like the 1990s, and I just wanted a Davidoff fragrance in my collection. So I just thought like, oh, this is a must, that I have to have this one in my collection. But other than that, it's not a good performer, so I don't wear it very often.
Like basically it doesn't last such a long scent, or
long time, yeah. So it doesn't last a long time.
Okay.
And this is Zara
There goes my
Extreme
vocabulary.
9.0. So they kind of list all the fragrance, I guess you could say fragrance ingredients. So lavender, pepper, cardamom, orris, vetiver, cedarwood, patchouli, amber, musk. So if you can kind of like focus on the fragrance, you can see they list out all the ingredients.
They sure do.
Yes, so Zara Extreme 9.0. If you would tell me to describe this fragrance, it's a really good fragrance. I would say it's not a red fragrance, like the bottle has like a red hue to it. That doesn't necessarily mean this is a red fragrance. This is more of like, I would say, like a winter fragrance. And it's like something I would say you would wear like a suit and tie with. So if you're going to like a formal event, I would recommend wearing this. Now this one, the cap, I lost the cap, but still it's a really solid fragrance. It's called the Vulgari Pour Home Extreme. It's a green scent and it's a really long lasting scent. Why I got this one specifically is because I believe Emirates Airlines uses it as their official fragrance in the washrooms. So they have these fragrances in the washrooms. So if you, I think, go to their business class or economy, you should be able to find these fragrances if you go on a flight in Emirates Airlines. So that's why this is a really good fragrance. So this is Hugo Boss reversed. This is the Hugo Boss Canteen style reversed. I don't know, this one smells really good. It kind of reminds me of sunscreen when I smell it, but a really good pleasant sunscreen smell, I would say. It projects, so I guess a lot of people are gonna pick this up if you're like going around. It's a really solid projecting fragrance, and I would say it's a really good scent and it's a really good bang for your buck. And I think I got this for $75 if I'm not mistaken, which is a pretty solid price. Now we move on to this one.
My favorite.
Valentino. Let me get the name of this one. So it says it's an eau de toilette concentration. And I believe this is Valentino born in Roma. But all I know is it's pink. The theme of it is pink. So it's like, this one is like a bubblegummy scent. A lot of people don't like bubblegum scents because they're very generic and they're overdone. A lot of new fragrances, all they do is just, oh yeah, it's a bubblegum scent. So people don't really like it. It's become a cliche. But this, I would say, this bubblegum scent has been done really well. So I would say don't skip this one. Still buy this one and try it out. If not, just get like a decant of the fragrance and give it a try. And then go buy it if you like it. CK1 Shock. So earlier I showed you the small tiny CKB bottle. This is like the big brother of that bottle. This one is like a 200 milliliter bottle, and it's like, you can tell it's like 6 times or like 3 or 4 times bigger than this bottle, and it's storing like about 200 milliliters of perfume, 6.7 fluid ounces. That's
a
lot of but what I like about this scent, it's like a cherry tobacco scent. So it's a really good classic scent, and it's like, it's done pretty well. You can also get like cherry from this one, so like a cherry tobacco. That's a really good scent, and it's really good for the winter. I just got the big bottle. I don't know how I'm gonna get rid of this, but I'm just gonna, I guess, hold on to it forever. This one, I believe, Homage. A lot of people are familiar with this company. They make really good perfumes. I think a lot of people are familiar with Homage Reflection, Homage Interlude Man. I think those are like the more popular fragrances, but this smells really good. Oh my god. It's like the clary sage in here. It's just so good. It's like an aromatic fragrance, so it's a really good projector. This fragrance will basically fill up a whole room. That's how good it projects. It's a really good fragrance. I believe I got this for 160, but it's well worth that price. It's expensive, but I would say just grab this one if you can. It's a really good price. It's a really good fragrance for that price. Now this is Dior Fahrenheit Eau de Parfum concentration. As you know, this perfume, you can get it in like so many concentrations. There's a parfum concentration, there's a eau de toilette concentration, there's a eau de cologne concentration. But this is just eau de parfum. So this hangs close to your skin, but it projects pretty nicely still. I wouldn't say like this doesn't project. It projects really nicely. And the smell kind of reminds you of gasoline. There's like a certain flower that they use in here that makes it like a really gasoline smell. But it's a really good scent to me. I still love it. If you love the smell of gasoline, I would say go for this one. It's a really good scent. And even if you hate the smell of gasoline, you're like allergic to it for some reason, I would still say give this a try. Give it a smell at least, and see if you like it or not. This is Mercedes-Benz Club Extreme. This is a really good clubbing fragrance, as the name implies, Club Extreme. This is like a vanilla scent, so it's like a sweet vanilla. So it's kind of gourmandy if you smell it. It reminds you of like a vanilla mousse, kind of. So it's a really good scent. If you go clubbing a lot, even if you want to wear this casually and not to the club,
Like somewhere else, like maybe to a restaurant, to a nice dinner.
Yes, it would still work for those occasions. I would still say it's a versatile fragrance. This next fragrance that I'm about to show you, it's called Encanto Puron Blue. So you can tell it's a blue fragrance because blue is in the name. It's by Salvatore Ferragamo, so it's by a really high-end company. But you can find it for a really cheap price. You can find it for $20. And this kind of smell will remind you of like a mango. So it's a really tropical scent. So if you're like if you wanna like get the vibe that you're like on an island and you love mangoes, you're gonna love this scent because that's all it's gonna remind you of. This scent is gonna remind you of either like the beach, vacation, and like really ripe mangoes. So this is a really good scent. Now this fragrance, it's called Mont Blanc Explorer Blue. If you're familiar, there's a fragrance called Mont Blanc Explorer. This is a flanker of that fragrance. So that fragrance is kind of like a Creed Aventus clone, I think. And this one is not a Creed Aventus clone. This one is a blue fragrance, so you can wear it to the office. And if you see like the bottom has like a cool star shape. This is really cool. This is a really cool detail of the bottle that I really like. The cap also has like a star. I think that's like the whole theme of this bottle. And the sprayer kind of looks goofy because it's like such a big bottle and such a small atomizer, but the atomizer is great. It works great. And it smells really nice. It's a really clean scent. It's kind of like if you wash the clean linen and you take it out of the laundry, you can kind of get that smell. That's what this smells like. It's a really good clean scent. So now we get on to like a rebellious scent for all my rebels out there. John Varvatos Dark Rebel. I think it's called Dark Rebel Rider, but on the bottle it just says John Varvatos Dark Rebel. Whatever works. Yeah, so at the bottom it says Dark Rebel Rider. Wow. So basically this fragrance, it just smells so incense heavy, and it's a really good fragrance. It's really done well, and I love the pouch that it comes in. It's a zippable pouch, and I believe if you try to, that's like the fragrance inside, like the fragrance, and then it has like a leather pouch that comes with it. Such attention to detail in this bottle. That's why I love this bottle. And the scent is so sophisticated and is so well done. So I would definitely recommend getting this. It's called John Varvatos Dark Rebel Rider. So Dolce & Gabbana The One. The One line by itself is a really popular line by Dolce & Gabbana. This is a flanker. This one is the Eau de Parfum Intense Edition. It's for men. So it's the Eau de Parfum Intense. So they claim that it lasts a really long time, but it only lasts 6 hours. It's a really generic scent, but it's a really mass-pleasing scent. Anyone that smells this is gonna love it because it's just so mass-appealing. I think you can get this for a discount right now. I'm not sure, But I would just say check the websites. And now Calvin Klein Eternity for Men. This is a really solid fragrance. 10 out of 10 scent profile on this fragrance. This fragrance is kind of going to remind you of like Clean Laundry. It's a really famous scent. Clean Laundry grass. Kind of get like the scent of like, so it's a really earthy kind of scent profile that this one has. So I would say this is like a 10 out of 10 scent because it does everything so well. It has green aspect to it. It has a clean aspect to it, clean laundry vibe from it. So if you love clean, like you just cleaned your room or you just cleaned clothes and you dried them and you toss them into the dryer, that smell you get, that's what's gonna, this fragrance is gonna remind you of that. So it's really good. The next one up, it's I believe this is Guess Noir. Let me just check the name. Seductive. So it's Guess Seductive Noir. So this is a really good scent. This is like a nighttime date scent, I would say. I'll just give a few sprays because it's a really nice atomizer and a really nice scent. I can get the cameraman's opinion. Is it a good scent?
Oh yeah, I would definitely go with somebody on a date if they have that spray on. So
Yes, exactly. So it's a really good spray.
that is a good one for sure. It's a very, I feel like it's a very like nighttime scent. Like
Yes.
the breeze, like, you know, at the night when it's nighttime, the breeze, the scent that the breeze has is kind of matches that.
And it kind of matches like a good shower gel.
Yeah,
Shower
like
gel
you're
vibe.
Clean, you know.
Yeah.
So
This
very
one is
appealing for
Bentley for Men Black Edition. So this one is like a signature clean scent. If you talk about a lot of black fragrances, like a Black Edition, if you talk about fragrances like in that aspect, this one matches that description. So it's like a black fragrance. It smells very clean, very gentleman-like.
I love that.
So if you just want to smell like clean and just very, I would say just like very safe scent, that's not that challenging, but everyone is gonna love on you, I would say go for something like For Men Black Edition. Now this one, I kept talking about fragrances that smell Middle Eastern. This one, it's a oud fragrance. So it's called Latava Badi Oud Amethyst. So for all my oud fragrance lovers out there, they're gonna love this kind of fragrance because it lasts eternally. It lasts a really long time. It can last for days. You'll only have to reapply it like maybe twice a day at the most, and it can last like 4 days on clothes. That's how strong this stuff is because it has oud. Oud is if oud is done well and good oud is used, then that oud will really give you a really long lasting perfume. So if you love long lasting perfumes, I would say get this one. Next one up, Hugo Boss Bottled Infinite. So this one is a eau de parfum concentration. Usually a lot of bottles from this line are usually eau de toilette, but this one is a eau de parfum concentration. It's a really good fragrance. It smells amazing. I'm just trying to remind myself of the smell. It smells kind of like it has violet leaf in the notes, and the violet leaf is done really well. That's what it smells like mostly. This is called Burberry Brit Rhythm. This one, I love because it knocks all the aspects of what a perfume should perform like. So it has dryness, it has powderiness, it has kind of like a really punchy scent. So, and it lasts a really long time. This one is the original. I also have the intense version, which I'm gonna showcase a bit at the end. That one is like in the last row. So
Nice.
I have like this one is kind of redundant because I don't even use it that much. I use the intense version more because the intense version just lasts a lot longer. This one is still a really solid scent. Oh my god. Pure XS. This is a really solid fragrance. Let me show you how it opens up. It opens up like this, like a lighter. This is a really cool attention to detail. And it kind of smells really different. I would say you can kind of get that cola vibe again from this kind of fragrance, but I would say it kind of differs. It's not that sweet, but it's not that I would say it's a bit sweet. Again, you get like that shower gel vibe from this one, but still, it's a really solid scent. I would still recommend this. And this one is Issey Miyake La Eau de Ici pour Homme Intense. This is the intense version of the original, I believe, if it's a flanker. Yeah, so it's a flanker of the original, and this is like the intense version of the original. So this one has incense in it. It's a really incense heavy perfume scent. So if you love incense, you're gonna love this kind of perfume. This one is called Rojas Man. This one is a really good coffee scent. So it's kind of like a coffee scent, and it's a really sweet scent. And it's just simply called Rojas Man. It's a really good cheapie. But for you guys that want to purchase this kind of this style of fragrance and you love this one, I would recommend getting the intense version. There's also an intense version that recently came out. I would say wait for that to hit discounters and grab that one instead of this one.
Gotcha.
This is Ocean by Bath and Body Works. This one is a really good solid scent from that Bath and Body fragrance line that they have going on in the store. It just smells so clean. Like this kind of scent is something that you would wear like right out of the shower to smell clean, and it doesn't last that long. It's not supposed to. I believe it's cologne concentration, so it's weak. It doesn't perform that well, but it doesn't really need to. You kind of just spray this on, kind of like deodorant, I would say, but you can put this on clothes. And they'll make it smell really fresh. I think that's what it's aiming for. So this is called Givenchy Pie, the fragrance.
Wow.
Pie, like the matte symbol. This kind of fragrance is like a vanilla date night fragrance. So it's a really warm scent, and it's a really good scent if like worn correctly on the right occasion. It can be cloying, it can be a little strong, so you want to wear it at the right occasion. You don't want to piss people off with the scent.
Oh, really?
Yes, because it's really strong. But yeah. So Hugo Boss bottled unlimited. So Hugo Boss Unlimited. Oh my god, this one is a really good scent. I got the 200 milliliter. It doesn't last that long. It only lasts about 4 to 6 hours. If you want it to last longer, I would say spray more of it. But it's a really good scent. Like if you're going to the gym and you want to smell fresh right after your workout, I would suggest something like this. It's a good gym scent. Let me put it back. Now, if you love lemon forward scents and you want to smell something that is like a fresh citrus smell that also uses yuzu. So yuzu is kind of like a Japanese lemon. So it's a really unique fragrance accord. If you love something that is unique, that does something with the lemon, I would go for something like this. And I got like the 200 milliliter because I love this stuff. It just smells so good. It smells amazing. So get this one. This one it's kind of a oldie. It's called Car Noir by Guy Laroche. You can see by the atomizer, it's really dated. It's like it smells like old fragrances, like back in like the 90s, and those fragrances are known to smell like shaving cream. This one smells exactly like shaving cream, but it has violet. It has some other facets to it. It doesn't last that long like it used to. A lot of people reported that the older bottles lasted a lot longer, and the perfume's been reformulated, so it doesn't last that long. But still, it's a good unique scent. You can get it for nostalgic purposes. It kind of reminds you of what the fragrances in like the 1990s or the 1980s, what they would smell like. So if you love nostalgic perfumes, get this. The Emporia Armani Remix. This one is kind of a nostalgic scent as well. Like you can kind of see like it's a goofy scent because like the atomizer is just like it's like a rubber. There's rubber around the atomizer, and you're supposed to like squeeze it. So you can kind of tell it showcases, or it makes you think of like older bottles, how bottles back in the day, like 1990s, 1980s, like how they used to be. So this is kind of really like, I think like more not 1980s to 1990s, but like more in like the 2000s, like 2004. That's what I think this fragrance comes from, that era. So it's an old fragrance. And this one is Jaguar, their fragrance line. This is classic. This is classic red. And this one is classic black. So they literally smell exactly as their name suggests. So classic black smells like a black fragrance. So it smells clean, fresh. You can wear this like on formal events, to parties, just casually as well. It's not gonna do you that bad, but it doesn't last that long. It only lasts like 2 to 3 hours. So the scent doesn't last that long, so just spray a lot. And this one is a Versace fragrance. This is a Versace Oud Noir. So it's a Oud fragrance by Versace, and it's done how a designer fragrance would do Oud, in my opinion. So it's like, if you know Oud, Oud has been done masterfully in this fragrance. It makes the fragrance last a really long time, and it smells amazing. It smells like a designer, but it has Oud. So if you know what designer fragrances smell like, they smell really high end, they smell amazing, and they smell mass appealing. This smells exactly like one of those, all of those things. And you can get it for really cheap on discounted websites. So pick it up. This one is called Dirty English by Juicy Couture. Juicy Couture also has female fragrances. They're more well known for their female fragrances because the female fragrances smell really good. But those, I'm not going to be talking about those in this video. I'm going to be focusing on their men line. So their fragrance line for men. Dirty English, what does it smell like? It's supposed to smell like whiskey. Because it's supposed to smell like aged whiskey, but what to me it smells, you can kind of get that accord from it, you can kind of get whiskey from it, but it mostly reminds me of like a winter scent. Like it reminds me of like a fireplace, something really warm. So this kind of scent, I would say wear it in the winter and wear it in like the fall. That's a really good time to wear this kind of fragrance. Now we go on to a niche fragrance. So if you know niche fragrances, they're really expensive. So this one was not easy. It was really expensive to get.
How much was it? Do you remember?
I believe it was $200.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So it's called Monsera Velvet Vanilla Eau de Parfum. And it's a 120 milliliter bottle. The bottle looks really fancy and it's round. It's a round bottle and you kind of screw on the cap and then it reveals the atomizer. The atomizer is nice and springy. And I can tell you with personal use, like the atomizer sprays really good. And this fragrance lasts a really, really long time, like 14 hours easily. It can last even longer than that, I would say. It all depends on how you spray it and what areas you spray it on. So this is a really good fragrance. I would definitely recommend that you get this one. So I showcased Bentley for Men Black Edition. This one is the Absolute Edition. This is Bentley for Men Absolute. This one is a really woodsy scent again. So it's like an amber woody scent. What else would I say about this? I haven't really worn it as much as I would like. But from the times I have worn it, I would say the projection is weak and the performance is weak as well. It's only like a 6-hour performer and it doesn't project that heavily. So I would say this one you can kind of skip.